Hey guys, and welcome back to Culture Boys, a show where two guys just want to have a chat. I'm Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by Pepe. And this week, we have a very, very special episode: the return of the honorable third member, and the return of One Piece live action season 2.
Oh yeah, it's Sam. Sam's here.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. We like
guys.
just a bunch of silence. Thanks, guys. Thought it was a pretty good intro, but don't worry about that.
So it's like if we ever have a guest on, it's usually Sam more than anything. And luckily, if any viewers do remember, Sam did join us for season 1 of the One Piece live action.
Yes.
So with season 2 out, we have him back with us to discuss that. Just a heads up, there will be spoilers for season 2, and there may actually be spoilers for the whole One Piece series as well, just so everyone's aware.
Yep.
But Sam, how are you, my friend?
I'm really well. I think it's fair to say there will probably definitely be spoilers for
Yeah.
the rest of One
Yeah.
Piece as we do this. But I feel like I'm here on almost every One Piece show that we do, or that you do.
You are pretty much there, yeah.
I mean, it's because the three of us will talk One Piece anyway, so might as well just have you on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, thanks for having me back. It is a pleasure as always. And yeah, I really enjoyed this season, so I'm excited to get into chatting about it.
Bro, I can't wait, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through for sure. Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, the breakdown is as simple as Straw Hats hit the Grand Line. That's it. They in the Grand Line now.
Yeah,
That's season 2. Like, the start of the Grand Line, everyone. There's your breakdown.
it is pretty much that, yeah. I mean, it's mad if, like, you were watching season 2 without watching season 1, 100% do that first. But, like, I was saying that I've said this to most people I have discussions with about season 2, jumping straight into it, is that, like, this is the first time we've seen this cast of Straw Hats actually together as a crew, as opposed to, like, individuals who are going through certain things.
Yeah.
So, first scene out the bat of the Straw Hats, you see them interact, and it is absolutely perfect. It is like casting on point,
Yeah.
proving that it is it's the best casting that we've had for a live action in quite a while.
You can tell they hang around a lot. Like, you know, like that the cast are like friends outside of it. Like the chemistry is just something you can't flick a switch and just be like, oh man, like we're like the best of friends, you know?
Well, it's been like 3 or 4 years that they've pretty much been together
Yeah.
for it all now. And yeah, I think
yeah.
it shows. And yeah, I agree with Pepe. I mean, we are kind of a lot of season 1, right? They're very divided and they're very their own people. And while it's not necessarily like it in the anime where it's like, join the crew. Yeah, I'll join the crew. This, it felt a lot more like, oh, we'll be on your ship, but we're not going to be a crew kind of thing. We're not a crew.
Yeah.
We're not a crew, as they keep saying.
It is, yeah.
But then as soon as this kicks off, it's like, right, we're together now. We've been through a lot. We saved Nami. We've got a vibe going now.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see. I think it's quite nice in a sense that I feel that their kind of togetherness as a crew in many ways comes together and feels a lot more human in the live action than it does kind of in the anime. That's probably because we're watching real people, right?
Yeah.
I think we've even said this in the previous One Piece live action discussion, is that like they're not trying to be anime characters here, they are human.
Yes.
And that's what this does really well. This isn't overplayed. This isn't like, oh, here's the gag here, or oh, Sanji's a perv. No, you're not going into those gags. You're literally seeing these as what these One Piece characters as if they were in the real world, which is what a live action is. Like, that's why this does it so well.
The de-perving of Sanji has been a very big welcome addition, because otherwise he would have just come across as the biggest creep in the world and everyone would have hated him.
It's also worse when a real person does it, let's face it. Like,
Yeah,
if a real
it's-
man does that, you're like,
Everyone would have been like, Taz, I hate you.
Yeah, I think it would have.
I gotta say though, the Straw Hats also, like, the cast have really stepped it up. Everybody is like extra shredded and ready for action. Because like I've been watching clips and stuff of behind the scenes stuff, and the cast mostly do their own stunts.
Dude, McKenyu was literally lifting 1-ton dumbbells when we were watching him in the first episode. Like, what?
Bro, apparently behind the scenes, dude works out like 4 hours a day to be Zoro.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And the commitment has gone like above and beyond. It's kind of ridiculous because you're like, dude is huge now. Like you see a shot of Zoro in like season 1 versus season 2, and you're like, that's insane.
They're like,
It's them 1-ton dumbbells, man. They'll do that to you.
he's just he's
Brother, he probably is lifting like close to real 1 ton. Like, it's insane. Honestly, it's madness.
I think you're seeing this a lot more. Like I think where we're seeing the Straw Hat characters getting even more involved in their roles. They've been cast in season 1. They've done what they needed to for that bit. Now the break happened, and with that, you're like, okay. From their point of view, they're like, what do I need to do for more research going forward? How do I make this? It's the same way that Inaki just learned Japanese and then just became fluent in it. And like,
Dang.
it's like so we can communicate to that Japanese audience. And then I think it was Taz that like became like trained to be a chef for season 1, Sanji. But then in season 2, like I think McKenna was saying that like Taz went away, got a black belt, and then came back to season 2. And it's like it's great. Like that is crazy. Like how much it's like.
I don't know if you guys know, he's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Taz or McKenna?
Taz has a YouTube channel and he's been putting up videos about like becoming Sanji and stuff. And my guy, anytime he needs to do anything, goes off and does 100%. Like he dives straight in. I was watching one the other day when he was like, you know, in season 1, when he jumps in to save Luffy on Baratie, he went and got a free diving license. He just straight up was like, cool, I probably need to know that.
Yeah.
And just went off and did it. Like, he just goes off and does this stuff. It's insane.
It's like in the 3rd episode, in the Whiskey Peak episode, he physically learnt the flaring with the cocktail making to do just for that one, like, 5 minutes. Not even that one, like, 1 minute scene that he's doing it. To the point where I saw a bit as well where he was having to learn it. But then it wasn't just learning it, he was having to learn it and act having a conversation, flirting with people whilst doing it.
And it was glass bottles.
And it was literally full-on glass bottles. And like, yeah, he's an impressive man. And it's
insanity.
Yeah.
It's just good to see them taking the commitment to it. And, you know, I heard that even Inaki, like, learned how to stretch his arms really long just for this role.
That's no CGI. That is literally just Inaki.
That's just
medieval
Inaki.
style,
isn't
isn't it?
Yeah. You should see what he does with his neck. It's insane. Like,
oh, we did. We saw that in season 2 when he saved Sanji on the on the old cliff there on Drum Island.
But I mean, honestly, the casting, we know from season 1 how great those 5 are. But season 2, developing even more characters from here.
Oh, mate.
We're getting our side cast. We're getting our enemies for season 2, our Baroque Works agents. We're getting our Marines. So much more around it. Like, obviously, there's certain things in that first episode that we can dissect there. For example, Bartolomeo being actually in that episode.
We got my boy Barty. I finally voted for him.
You voted for him, yeah.
You did? Okay.
I voted for him in the best One Piece characters. Guys, if you don't know, my favourite One Piece characters are Bartolomeo and Doflamingo.
Okay.
Both from the same arc, interestingly enough.
Both Dressrosa. Yeah, okay, fair.
Not anymore. Not according to live action.
not anymore. But, you know, you ask who my favourite Straw Hat is, it's Bartolomeo.
Hey, there you go. But I mean, that's one thing that, okay, I'm gonna like say, like, when I started seeing little clips and teasers, right? Because I think there was a premiere of the season, like the first 2 episodes or something before the launch there, and I think that it was in a cinema, so it was like invited people only. And I saw a really blurry photo of Bartolomeo in the background, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They're doing an Easter egg for him in the show. Oh, he's just gonna be in the background. It'll be like a 2-second thing, and it'll be.
Oh no!
Watch the episode. He's in it fully. He's a full cast member. That's insane.
I like what they've been doing though. You know, things like that, because before season 2 came out, you know, Oda was like, McKenna said that Oda was like, knows where he wants live action to end, so we're not going to get all of it. So the changes they've made are interesting, innit?
Yeah, I think it's with a lot of these characters that they've shown or they've had Easter eggs of. So I think even in that first episode, like, it's quite blurry, but there is definitely a wanted poster for Cavendish there.
Yeah.
There's a wanted poster for Pedro there as well.
You did,
Which is a really cool one. Even showing Brooke.
Right.
My thoughts to it all is wherever Oda has said to McKenna and the rest of the cast, he wants to end it, whether that is at the end of Alabasta, whether we're going to get Skypiea, although that's such a heavy lore drop.
Hmm.
Will they do it and then continue on? Whether it's finishing at Eni's lobby, which, I know a lot of people want them to at least get to Eni's lobby for it. I think the reason he's showing us these fan favorite characters now, especially like Brooke so early on, is simply for the fact that we're never going to get there in the live action. So he wants to give us them at least.
Yeah,
I agree. I think there's and it's those roles are done so purposely, because even if you're not a One Piece fan, right, you're you don't know anything about one. This is your initiation to it, and you're loving the live action. Never read the manga, never watched the anime. These characters still fit into the story really well. They're not shoehorned in. There is one complaint I have. I have one complaint, and I will get to it in a second.
Okay.
Brooke's one feels so well written into it. Bartolomew's one feels so well written. And you're getting loads of that through, and it works so well. The casting for Brooke is spot on.
Bro, that was so good.
Him even the laugh is so good.
Yo!
The laugh, the singing,
Yeah. I've added the Binks's Brew live action version to my playlist because it is he hits it so well.
Brother, that song has been stuck in my head for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I taught it to myself on the piano the other day.
Oh, nice.
Hey, nice.
That's cool. That's lovely.
Sam Wilder cover of Binks's Brew win.
Never.
Right, while Binks's Brew is a very in-your-head song, I'm going to touch on the fact that there's a song that's been stuck in my mind for...
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Me and Sam just came back from Paris a few days ago because we were filming there for one of Sam's videos, and the whole time I was with him in our heads, we were singing the Whiskey Peak Saloon song.
Oh my god.
It was our theme tune, man.
That song goes so hard.
It was a song to match. You have when you go on holiday, you have a song that goes with Peak Saloon.
Whiskey Peak Saloon.
It is so good. I can't get out of my head. It's so good. The saxophone on it is brilliant. Yeah.
Right?
It's the sax solo. Igarim's sax solo at the beginning is
yeah.
It's peak. I mean, no pun intended.
It's Whiskey Peak.
Whiskey Peak is peak.
It's so freaking good. Before we move on past those, I just wanted to bring out, I just wanted to mention the cameo thing one more time. The last point and this is where
Oh yes, I know.
This is the thing that I didn't like being shoehorned in, is the Sabo reveal in episode 1.
Okay, yeah.
Hear me out here why I'm not completely sold on this one. Brooke works, Bartolomeo works, they're so integrated into the story. Sabo feels it's so you could go, oh look, there he is, it's Sabo. That is the only thing. Doesn't contribute anything to the story, is just there as you don't even see him clearly, you just see him step into the back of frame from a door and then it ends. That's all it is. And my problem isn't that it's oh look, there it is, it's Sabo. My problem is if you're a non-manga reader, a non-anime viewer, you see this guy walk into the back of shot and you're like, who the fuck's that? you don't know who the fuck that is.
Fair.
Well, it's the fact that as well, if the series then ends and then they continue on in the manga or anime, they get to Marineford, they see Sabo die, and they're like, I saw him in the manga, in the live action. Sorry, he's alive. It's fine.
No, yeah.
It's that flashback, and then at that point, what relevance does that have? What the fuck does that mean? It contributes nothing, and it just does. If anything, it confuses more things with it, and I just don't think that works well. It just looks it just feels random. There probably are people that are like, well, Sabo was with Dragon at Logetown. I don't know if that is true. There might be confirmation that is a thing.
The whole Bartolomeo thing was because...
What Barty said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mentions that he was there and that's why they made that change. I don't remember that personally.
No, he does. He says that's when he first started following Luffy and Luffy's journey and what he did, because he saw him on that stand in About to Die. And ever since he was so inspired, he decided to go out and become a pirate himself. Trust me on Barty knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
That's right, yeah.
My thing with the Sabo thing as well, I love all of the casting they've done. I know, again, it's a whole, you're never going to get to see Sabo, so here's a really quick, fun teaser of Sabo.
Yeah.
But like that dude was way too hench to be Sabo.
He looked really tall as well.
That dude came on and he looked like he was built like a brick wall. And I was like, I'm sorry, that is not my Sabo.
Yeah.
Sabo should have been. He also looked like he was about 40. Sabo's meant to be like 17 at this point, maybe 19 at a push.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't huge on that.
Sam, but come on, it doesn't matter because Crocus, when he was with the Lombard pirates, was supposed to also be 20, but he also did not change. So it doesn't matter, does it?
No, hold on.
Sabo could look 40
They dyed
at
his
17.
hair black. You know.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I forgot about the hair color, but
Yes, they could have just got away with a very simple recasting there. But my other thing as well, like, is I know it's been heavily hinted at, and Oda obviously has such a huge thing when it comes to helping out with this live action. But again, in episode 1, like, we don't even know what, if any, devil fruit Dragon has, right? Luffy's dad, Dragon. None of us know what devil fruit he has, if any. We only have speculation. We have the speculation that he was the one that did the lightning on Buggy, thus saving Luffy's life. We have speculation that because there was a storm in Logetown on that day, it was possibly done by him. Can he control the weather? Can he control storms and things like that? I am sorry, but they all but confirmed that in the first bloody episode.
Yeah.
Because the lightning strike felt so purposeful. It wasn't. It felt more random in the anime and the manga, but this felt just so much more purposeful. And then when he's sort of fighting Smoker and getting him off Luffy, he's literally just like pushing him away with all of this wind. And you're like, all right, cool. That's what your power is.
Yes.
I hate to bring it up, but Dragon's actor Rigo Sanchez pretty much all but confirmed it on his Instagram.
Oh, did
that
he?
Dragon has a devil fruit.
I did see this,
Yeah.
yeah. But then and at that point, I'm like, wait, has he been told this, or has he come to his own conclusions with it?
Well, we'll never know.
That's the thing, innit? Like, yeah.
But he pretty much just said it on his Instagram, like, yeah, Dragon got devil fruit.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he does, but it's just, even if it is obvious that he's got a devil fruit, it's now just like, okay, cool. We're fully confirmed he's got something weather-related.
I get what you mean, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I did briefly mention this to Pepe the other day, and I did say that, you know, it's probably not as simple as some kind of weather fruit or something. It's probably going to be along the lines of a mythical zone of some kind, because they're all the rage at the minute, and everyone's got a mythical zone. So it's going to be a mythical zone model bird, something.
Yeah, some
Ragnarok bird. I don't know. It's going to be something weathery.
Models Zapdos.
What did you just say?
Model Zapdos.
Model Zapdos.
Yeah, that's it. It's fully integrated now. That's it.
Yep. One Piece and Pokemon, same universe, confirmed.
But I mean, it's cool. It was a cool scene. It
was really good.
And
I think, like, go on, Sam, I'll let you.
I was just saying, like, and if we're still talking on that episode 1 as well, that just, like, if you mention Dragon, you got to mention just Smoker.
Dude, Smoker was so good. What a great casting.
Callum was phenomenal, and I don't know if you guys watch Supernatural.
No, I've never seen it.
But I'm sorry, but Callum Kerr is literally just Dean Winchester. He is just playing Dean Winchester or Jensen Ackles in it. Same voice. He looks like a young Jensen Ackles. And say he's doing the same American accent. But I loved it, and it worked really well. And I was just like, yo, it's Dean Winchester with smoky powers.
He sounded exactly how I imagined Smoker would sound.
Yeah.
And the moment I heard that, I was like, it's perfect. I don't need anything. I was like, I don't care anymore, because I was just like, that's Smoker.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why, but when the casting for Tashigi was announced, I was like, okay, but loved her. She was brilliant. But, you know, I'd never seen her in anything, so, you know, why was I jumping to conclusions of any kind?
I think that was the problem when you get those castings. You're like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this person. Oh, are they suiting the role? And then, you know, you have to wait until you watch it to be like, okay, all these are spot on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Trust the process with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to just talk about, again, the smoker thing quick, because, again, Callum Kerr did a phenomenal job as him, and what is even better with it is that from the start of season 2, I was always going to be quite skeptical about how they're going to do Devil Fruits moving on, because in season 1, you got Luffy's, but you didn't really have many apart from Buggy and Luffy. Those are the only 2 ones, right?
Yeah.
So with this, I was thinking, crap, you've got Smokers 1 for 1, then you got Mr. Free.
Yep.
You've got a whole bunch of these other ones that could potentially come. Wapol, for example, another one. And I was like, how are they going to make this look? This is one thing. I was always a bit skeptical about the CGI. But as soon as episode 1 happens, as soon as I see Smoker's powers, I'm like, they've fucking smashed it. They've done such a good job with it.
Yeah.
It looks perfect. And with that fight as well, you're seeing stuff come through that like isn't even in the manga. Like Smoker's fruit is like, you see him just like hold people in place. You see him catching people with the smoke powers. But in this, you have him using smoke to choke people. And like that's never been shown in the manga or anime.
Yeah, he's fully trying to asphyxiate Luffy. He's just raw.
It's mad. And it's like, but it makes sense. It's one of those things that like, why hasn't he done that?
It does fit his character very well.
This hasn't been shown in the manga or anime, but it works for the power, like 100%. Like using smoke to like just knock someone unconscious is a great way of using it.
Yeah.
And stuff like that has come through, and I'm like, everything about Smoker is just perfect. Absolutely fantastic.
He was stunning.
I also really appreciate that, like, not just like some Devil Fruit powers and stuff, the mix of like practical and CG effect.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, I've been watching a lot of like behind the scenes stuff, and like, I mean, you can, at first I wasn't sure, but like, you can tell after a while, like, Wapol is actually, like, the actor is actually wearing the mask.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yes.
But like, the mix of like practical effects and CG has been really, really well done. Like, the inside of Laboon was a huge soundstage they built.
Yeah.
Little Garden, they built 2 sets because they built the miniature one for Dory and Broggy, and then a huge fucking giant version for the rest of the actors.
Okay.
They did so much stuff
That's cool.
on the season 2 that it blows your mind, honestly.
I didn't realize that.
I know that it feels like they built more than they did green screen, really.
Yeah, I think that's also why live action can only get so far, because you can't really reuse a lot of stuff. You know, like if you build all these sets, you're gonna need probably a country to just house every new set for every new island and location you go to.
Yeah. There's certain bits like what you mentioned there about the small set for the little garden thing. I am quite surprised by that, because when I was watching it, I was like, the thing is about this, you kind of tell like the CG is a little bit off here. Like clearly I don't know shit, because apparently if they've done the whole miniature set thing, then it actually is a thing.
The madness is it's actual practical effects. They built the jungle.
Yeah, that and camera angles, which would be really, really clever camera angles with everything as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that I didn't like, and I know it was, I believe, more practical effect than it was an actual CGI effect, but I still just really didn't vibe with it, was in the last episode where Sanji does his spinning attack.
Okay, yeah.
And it just looked so goofy.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have just, I don't know. I mean, Sanji does that. He does that. He spins around really, 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 really fast and then just goes bam. But it just looked weird.
It did feel a little Power Rangers, to be fair. I think
it did feel Power Rangers.
It's not the worst though, because Alvida sliding around was the goofiest, worst thing.
That it was those 2 moments. Yeah.
Slip fruit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was clearly just like editing and stuff, and I get it. That's kind of what you have to do, but at the same time, like Alvida sliding around had no sense of momentum.
Yeah.
It just looked awkward as fuck. I can give up on a lot of things, you know, like I can forgive the Sanji thing, because I'm like, these are real people trying to do anime things. But the slip fruit, yeah, no, I can't forgive that.
Yeah.
It did not look great. That was the juxtaposition of like seeing Smoker's fruit be really well done to this slip fruit thing, where it's basically not even like it's not even like the full body of her like moving around like through people. It's just this one camera locked off like on her face while the background's moving with her, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't this isn't the vibe.
She didn't even leave like a particle effect or a trail or anything,
Yeah.
just to kind of extra signify. I feel like I could almost forgive.
She's just so slippery.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like I could almost forgive it
Mm.
if there was just a little something that made it just a little bit more anime. Just a tiny bit more. But what we got was just, yeah.
I'm slightly concerned for Miss Doublefinger next season, but we'll see what happens there.
That is a point. Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah, it's one of those ones. I guess like with that one, it's not the worst to do. I think like luckily with hers, I guess it's spikes coming out the body, right? So like, she uses the fingertips to kind of that as spike.
Yeah.
I mean, you have also got the potential of Mr. Four being there, which is a massive dude, and Miss Merry Christmas, who's a mole person. And then you've got the dog, which has the gun that's eaten the dog fruit, which is also...
I think that'll do that well. That'll be fun.
It'll be fine. We got the buzzard and the otter, and that looked fine, so I'm not worried about those.
I mean, they did look phenomenal, to be fair. They did really.
They were fantastic.
Legit, they actually look pretty good.
I did find it interesting that they, I suppose they possibly ran out of budget, but with everything else and Chopper included, but like all we got to see of Dalton was just his human bull furry.
Yeah, it was just the head, weren't it? It wasn't like a full...
Yeah.
We didn't get to see him as a full-on bull kind of thing. Like when he did his charge, when he went in to fight everyone,
yeah,
he didn't do it as a full bull. He just had his head down and ran.
I'd imagine it is a budget thing, but...
Yeah, no, of course.
I can also imagine it's like a direction choice that they're like, right, cool, we got the practical effects, we got the mask and shit made, so we're just going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I do wonder if, season 3, just to save on budget, we are going to have a lot of human Chopper. A lot of Chopper in Heavy Point.
I'd rather not, because I didn't like that.
I think it'll be that, or they could do just single shots of Chopper with no other cast around him. That's another way to cheat it, to save money. Like, that is one thing as well.
Or they've got a Chopper budget. They've probably got a big old Chopper budget because they knew this was coming, and
Yeah, I think they definitely upped it 100%.
Nah, guys, I've solved it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We just always hear Chopper from slightly off frame. You never ever see him, but you always hear him. And then things happen, and they're like, "Good job, Chopper. You go, man." And they point off screen, and then you just believe he's there.
Yeah. Where's Chopper right now? Oh, he's somewhere in the ship doing something. He's
in the toilet.
Yeah.
He's in the John. He's taking a shit.
On that point, though, I do think Michaela Hoover did a phenomenal job of voicing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I really liked him. Honestly, I was a bit like, oh, it's an animated character. Just do the whole thing they did with Tails and Sonic, and just get the normal actor back for it.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, she did a really, really good job of it. And I mean, that second episode, especially with Dr. Hiraluk, his and Chopper's backstory, which makes me laugh that his actor is called Mark Herlick and his name is Hiraluk.
Oh, yeah.
When I was getting these notes earlier, I actually made a mistake. I quickly looked, and I actually swapped the two words around because I wasn't paying attention. So I actually accidentally wrote Dr. Herlick and Mark Hiraluk. I was like, what the fuck?
Love it. But my word, that episode broke me. Absolutely broke me.
Oh, I know, right? It's so sad. Oh, God.
It was so well done. I'm still on the fence about Katie Seagal as Kureha.
Okay.
What? You don't like Leela?
It was just Leela's voice. Like, I'm sorry, if you're doing Dr. Kureha, at least talk like this. You know what I mean? Just do.
Well, fucking hell. She's just smoking 20 a day, is she? Well, for the whole 130 years.
I'm just going by her Japanese and her English anime voices.
Yeah.
Like, at least do a voice. Don't just do Leela. Just don't do Leela.
That's her voice, though. That's her normal
but
voice.
I know. I'm still gutted. I'm still gutted Jamie Lee was doing Freakier Friday, but here we are.
The thing is with that, though, is my favorite thing about how Dr. Kureha has done and introduced specifically is that she gets this massive, like, Chopper is there, like, oh, look, what are you doing? You're hiding behind it. And then Kureha walks in with this epic music and this pan-up shot, and it's like, whoa, this looks sick. Who's this? You can tell that they wrote this with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be her as you. I'm like, yeah, yes, Jamie. And like, but then
To that point, does anyone like has anything actually been said? Because like way
Yes.
before all of this, like Jamie Lee was like 100% like down to do Kureha. Like, so I actually don't know.
She was actually asked for it, but she had
Uh-huh.
scheduling conflicts with Freakier Friday.
Ah, damn,
So we did almost have her.
dang.
But when Katie Segal put out a post about being Kureha, Jamie Lee Curtis actually commented on it saying, yes, I can't wait to see you as this. She was wholly supportive, and like showing support for other actors from that is just so good, like, honestly.
I've got nothing wrong with what we got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I think she actually looked the part. She looked great.
Yeah.
It's just hard when you know someone as a voice. And
Yeah.
She just sounded like Leela, but you know, she still did an absolutely killer job. I still really enjoyed it and connected with her performance and stuff. But you know, when she's talking to Hiraluk, I can just imagine her just going, "Oh, come on, Fry." You know, it's just that's all
I heard that a bunch of times.
that's all I can hear.
I also heard just, like, Bender.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Literally.
when you tune into it. So like I kind of like tuned out of that quite quickly, luckily. But when she was first introduced, I was like, okay, no, I can hear that.
Yeah.
And then when you come consciously into it, you're like, oh, yep, there it is again. There's the Leela voice. I wanted to quickly touch on what we were talking about before about the 7th episode of the series, which is the 2nd episode of the Drum Island stuff. So what we got there was Chopper's backstory with Hiraluk. And the powerhouse of acting there is phenomenal, for one. But what it makes it even better is that when we've had these little backstories from Straw Hats in terms of like Sanji, Nami, Usopp or whatever, they're short. We get little bursts of them every now and then, or we get like these, like it's usually no longer than 10 minutes of screen time for this backstory. The fact we got like a whole episode pretty much dedicated to this backstory, it speaks wonders, and they did it so much justice. My God, it was phenomenal the way they did it, and it makes you it brings those feels that you had from the manga and the anime for Chopper. Like one of the best Straw Hat backstories, and they freaking smashed it. Like Mark Herlick fucking did great. Like, man,
Yeah. Hiraluk's speech, when does a man die,
Oh, chilling.
was like, oh, that hit so good.
so good, man.
Chilling. And honestly, like Wapol, Rob Coletti,
Oh, he killed it.
kind of terrifying for Wapol.
Normally don't care about Wapol as a character, but the one thing this made me think was, hey, yo, actually, Wapol's not that bad. Like,
I think that was the one thing I had with it, because like Wapol in One Piece, like taking live action out of it, has always been quite a jokey villain. No one really took him that seriously. It was
Yeah.
never really that big of a deal for Luffy to defeat him. It was quite easy.
I mean, Anaki's Luffy also just wasn't trying, which was fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, you do have those comedy moments from Wapol come from Luffy. You know what I mean? It's him doing his stretches. He's like, "Can you take this seriously?" And it's like,
yeah, that was hilarious. The hell is he doing? Oh, we're gonna fight.
having him be basically the season finale villain, they had to make him more intimidating. That's the one thing with it. Otherwise, the season probably would have ended a bit like, oh, okay. Like, it would have been a bit of an anticlimax for the live action. When you're doing so many set episodes, like, you have to have that big villain. And making Wapol that villain would not have been my first choice at all. But the fact they did it, and did it so well, that to make him so unlikable, the way they did the whole backstory with him in the Reverie, for example, where he literally backhands a child, the fact that he is ordering like his guards to kill Hiraluk there and then, and like just make him like he's the most unlikable villain in this whole bit.
And his poor soldiers, who he turned into the most horrific munch monstrosities. Like, they were horrific.
Practical effects, dude. Practical effects is... Oof.
I'm just thinking about it, and like one of them is literally just like half man, half pig. So I feel for this soldier who's just like, right, I'm gonna eat you next, mate. I'm gonna eat you, and I've also got this pig that I'm gonna eat. So I'm gonna turn you into this weird half pig, half human monstrosity with a lance for an arm. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's the irony, is that he would never be like, how do you feel about that? Because he'd just be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah, does not give a crap.
You are now half pig, my friend.
Be lucky I chose you for the assignment.
Yes. Literally.
Some of you will die, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But that addition, that whole fight scene with Zoro, Usopp, Dalton, and the army of mutants that comes through. Again, not in the original One Piece manga or anime, and one that I was like, whoa, hold on a second, this is bizarre. Obviously, we know he has this power because he does it with Chess and Marimo in the manga, so that he fuses them together, they become this one being. And
yeah, and they did still give us that 2 human one, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't like that.
so, but then there was also this one, which looked like something from like Lord of the Rings or something, where it was kind of like this helmet wearing creature with these long sword arms or whatever, just like trucking along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like a stuff of nightmares. Jesus Christ. I don't know, a lot of it was like, a lot of the mutants were mutants for one, so they will be terrifying. But that one, if I saw that walking towards me, I'd be shitting myself, man.
Yeah, luckily I was walking towards Zoro then. Zoro don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Zoro took down 100 freaking people.
Oh my god, that was also a cool sequence, but we'll get to that.
A very, very good scene. That's one thing, because like they had to, with that last episode, they had to have Zoro, Usopp, and Vivi integration a lot more, because in the manga and anime, they're not there. They're basically, they're like, Zoro gets lost in the woods topless, and that is his whole story in Drum Kingdom in the manga and anime.
They just hanging out.
Yeah. That was it. So they did a good thing making Usopp and Zoro a bit more relevant in that arc. So that was nice to see.
I mean, I'm glad as well they set the seeds for like Usopp building these amazing contraptions out of nothing really quickly.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously leading up, and where it broke as well, that's leading up to Nami getting her climb attacked from him in the next season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works as well, because that's going to be more weather powers, if anything, and there's going to be some sort of madness going on there, which would be...
It's alright. They'll just reuse whatever they did for Dragon. It'll be fine.
More fun. They could do, to be fair. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see that.
I still really want to know how Usopp just turned a stick into something that can create clouds and weather and lightning storms, but you know.
It's something that Frankie, you feel like Frankie could do. Usopp, that early on, doing that stuff is...
It's kind of mad, isn't it?
Where did he get that? We just accepted that, didn't we? We were like, yeah, okay, he just done that.
Yeah, he was just like, here's a new weapon for you, and then she's just like, Mirage, ooh. And,
Like...
But hey, no, yeah.
Maybe we'll find out next season. Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers for Alabasta.
Okay, I do want to make one point, though. On the juxtaposition of Wapol, though, I don't really enjoy what they did with Miss Goldenwheat.
Really?
What? Turning her into some absolutely crazy, abused orphan girl.
Yeah, like, I didn't really enjoy it. Like, it was a good performance for what it was, but, like,
I think it was more just giving her more depth, because literally in the anime and manga, all she does is just paint on Luffy a bit, and that's literally it.
Yeah, there really isn't much, is there? Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You hire people, you know, you got to give them stuff to do, but, like, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the characterization of it that I just didn't enjoy.
Out of those four Baroque Work agents, I will agree with you that, like, in terms of intimidation, like, she played the psycho really well. They made her a lot more psychopathic here.
Again, performance amazing, like, great performance, but again, it's just I don't know, man. Didn't hit for me.
Nah, but when you got, like, was it Miss Valentine and Mr. Five there as well, and obviously Mr. Free being fantastic villains.
Oh my god,
he was incredible.
Yeah.
He was literally built to be Mr. 3.
He ate up that role of Mr. Three Man. He was eating good.
He just he did it so well. I think it's like aside to you forget how intimidating Mr. Free kind of is as a character in the manga and anime as well.
That's because at that point, like, you just think of him as a joke.
Yeah, it is, and like now he's and this is the one thing what we were saying about Oda saying when it's gonna end. But because imagine if we did get to Impel Down, right? And we had freaking Jeff Ward as Buggy with Damien's David even with David's Mr. Free. Those two acting together would be a scene. You know for a fact that working alongside, how good.
I don't think we will, because obviously he was in episode 1 of season 2, and then that's it. But as much as I want them to find a way to include Jeff in season 3, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think he is, nah.
I don't think they can, no.
I think they've done what they can with Garp, Helmeppo, and Kobe as well, having them in episodes 1 and 2, and then Garp in a couple of other episodes.
Yeah.
But obviously they've set that up very much to be more Toshigi and Smoker going forward for the next bit.
Yeah.
But it was a nice little wrap up for Kobe as well.
Yeah.
And if they do decide to, get to Eni's lobby at the end of Eni's lobby, it gives time for the actor for Kobe to get absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
And it looks like they were already kind of working on it, to be honest. Like,
I mean, yeah, he looked pretty jacked, didn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see randomly as well, just talking off of like Jeff and Buggy being there as well. In that first episode, apparently there was a scene that was filmed between Smoker, Buggy, and Alvida, but they cut it from the episode.
Oh, interesting.
So there was actually that interaction. It probably was Smoker capturing them, because he does do that in the original series. He does capture Buggy and Alvida.
Yeah.
I guess it's timing wise, it just had to be cut, and depending on how well Alvida's powers worked as well, it might not have worked the best. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing that might factor in as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do hope. I mean, do we need to see Garp, Kobe, and Helmeppo again? No, we don't. We've moved on with our Marines. We don't need to see Buggy as much as I would love to. We don't need to. I think we will see the return of Mr. Free though in Alabasta, because that does happen in Alabasta. He does come back and gets instantly taken out by Crocodile, which is going to be fun. That'd be a cool moment to see them interact, and especially we'll get into Crocodile for a bit as well, I'm sure, because that is going to be a big part of season 3,
if not all of.
I mean, it's got to be. We've seen him now, so he will be like...
Yeah, pretty much. It has to, yeah.
No, but do we have literally 8 episodes of Alabasta?
Well, I think we're going to have to, right? I don't... Because...
I'd imagine it has to.
It will work. It will work, absolutely. We can have all of the big fights. We can have the setup of getting to Alabasta with Mr. 2 and the friendship with Bon Clay they developed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then getting to Alabasta, and then, of course, you got initial fights with Luffy and Crocodile, Luffy losing, all of this.
Mm-hmm.
You've got all of Robin's development. There's so much to cover in Alabasta. They can easily make 8 episodes. The final episode, we all know what the final episode will be. Luffy will beat Crocodile by the end of episode 7. Final episode, party, them leaving, Pepe's tattoo, all of that kind of thing. And they can definitely do it. And I'm very excited to see Karoo more than anything.
Oh god,
100%. They have pretty much confirmed it, right? They said, there's in Alabasta we ride ducks.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be confirmed that the ducks are gonna be there.
Well, and she said my duck companion Karoo is back in the kingdom. She wouldn't have said that if they're not gonna have Karoo.
Yeah, I just wonder though, how practical is that going to be? Like, and I don't mean like practical as in like how well is that going to? I mean like how much practical effect versus CGI are we getting on this duck?
We'll have good CGI with the duck when he's like there in person, but I don't think he's going to be like with them the whole time.
Nah, I think they're like kind of like Karoo doesn't need to be in there for a whole lot. I think like Karoo's prominent in maybe Usopp's fight against Mr. 4, because I think there's certain bits and pieces there where they travel together and that. It's not the most prominent thing with it. So I think we'll see a bit of them, and I think we will definitely get them. Maybe more Vivi interacting with Karoo more than anything, maybe. That's probably the best thing we'll get. And maybe some other ducks. But realistically, I don't think it's not going to be as much as Chopper, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but it's just a thought, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, fighting Dugons as well. You got them. Will the fighting dugongs turn up?
Will we get the fighting dugongs?
I hope we get at least a little cameo.
Yeah, because it's a cool moment. Like,
Yeah, that's one thing I thought that they could have done. So when they were in the village in the Drum Kingdom, it's just such a small thing, and I think would have been so much cooler if they did this like this. But in the back of frame, you've got a couple of, I believe they were like polar bear skins and pelts just strung up.
Yeah.
Such a tiny, small, simple thing, but they could have made those the giant rabbits, and that's all we needed.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that would have been a cool way of doing it, because that's because the way that Sanji gets knocked out while climbing the mountain is because the rabbits create the avalanche, and that's why Luffy has to carry him again.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was taken out. Makes sense. I'm not fussed about. I'm not like against the whole thing.
We don't need the rabbits, you know.
Yeah, it still works really well without it. Yeah, they do seem to have a habit of taking out little random bits here or there. I mean, they took out Don Krieg, like the whole thing. Yeah,
I guess it's a budget thing as well, though, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that if you really look at the overall story, it's like, yeah, that can be cut, and we can also save some money on that. I understand. I also want the small details, but like sometimes it's also just like, whatever. It doesn't make like a huge impact on it.
nah.
If we're going into Alabasta, we should talk a little bit more about Baroque Works and Whiskey Peak,
Yes.
because there are a lot of Baroque Works people to chat about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I think a lot of them were fantastic. I love Vivi.
Yeah.
I adore Charithra. I think she played it phenomenally. Igarim, I love Yonda.
He was brilliant.
I just ma. He was brilliant.
Yeah. Oh.
I just worry that, like, you know, speaking of them changing little details, like, is Igarim coming back? That was a very final looking death.
I don't think they will. The same way they killed Mary in the Kuro episode.
Yeah, true.
So I don't think they will bring him back. I think he
No.
might be dead. And it's a shame. Again, like you said, that is a very final death. He literally exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it as well. Yeah, like Mr. 5, the bomb fruit is freaking terrifying, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you see the explosions as big as they are there.
Mm.
He got hit square in the face with one of those like bits of breath or whatever it was when that one.
Yeah.
And
They did that differently as well, because obviously
it's usually boogers.
it's literally just the boogers. So American with it.
The bogeys.
It is just that. But in this one, now he's like doing everything. He's like, yep, cool. The breath bullets, those are things now.
His sweat
Yeah.
at one point, he just went with some sweat off his forehead.
Yeah, everything is now bomb. And that, correct me if I'm wrong, that wasn't in the manga or anime. I don't think that was.
I don't remember any of it.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was just his boogers.
I thought it was as well. And I think that was even done brilliantly. And again, changing devil fruits to make them more versatile is a great way of doing it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, amazing acting from what was it? I can't remember his name now. He's somewhere.
Oh no. Oh, Mr. 5, Cameras Johnson.
Yeah, camera. Yeah, he was brilliant.
I gotta say, like, Mr. 9, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so good. Mr. 9 is such a nobody character that you just don't care about.
Yeah.
Right?
But he played him brilliantly. And again, it's another one of those castings that, yes, I know there's costumes and things like that, but even when it comes to like body shape, facial structure, all of this kind of thing,
Yeah.
this dude just fell out of the manga.
Yeah.
Like literally just fell out of the manga, and he was brilliant. I mean, he's also so unintimidating, and Zoro wasn't particularly intimidated by him either.
No.
Very full of himself because he's a named agent, right? But it was good.
Anytime this dude walked up, and I love the choice to do it, I'm not trying to roast him or anything, but anytime he really over enunciated Roro Noah Zoro, I'm like, brother, I can't wait to watch you get your ass kicked.
Yeah, it's because he's one of the top 10 male agents of Baroque Works, so he's meant to be so full of himself for it, and he did it brilliantly.
what they did as well is add the lines in like, oh, what, you just come from your costume department or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he is very daft looking in terms of, he's wearing a crown and he's like dressed in a full green suit. It is a nuts costume.
Yeah.
But I mean, quite a lot of the extras in One Piece in Loketown are just ridiculously. So it doesn't even feel like the most out there costume, but they talk it away quite nicely, to be fair. It's like they slate his costume the whole time, like about his crown or whatever. And it fits really well, so you don't even feel like it feels too out there.
Yeah, it's just fun. They're poking fun at just the character designs that Oda's given them, basically, but making them in a much more human way, almost showing like, oh, why are you dressed like this, rather than just accepting it. It's good because they all dress much more normally, the Straw Hats, right? So it's fantastic.
Brilliant costumes in that.
I mean, if we're speaking Baroque Works, gotta say, what are our thoughts on Lyra as Robin?
Killed it.
Oh, she's a lot more intimidating because, like, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that's, if anything, you forget that you're supposed to hate her at this point as well.
Yeah.
We know that it's Nico Robin. We know that, like, what her whole story is.
Yeah.
But in this, if you don't know anything about what's going to happen in the future about Miss All Sunday, you're like, I hate this woman. This woman is, like, just constantly popping up, being, like, this agent-ish kind of thing.
She was so horrible to Vivi in Drum Island.
Yeah.
So horrible to Vivi.
I think it's also crazy that she, like, because in the manga we get told she did bad stuff, you know?
Yeah, we're kind of seeing it a lot more now, aren't we?
Yeah. Now you've seen her, she just took out a whole, like, platoon of Marines right at the start.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so on that being our very first scene of season 2, I'm very sorry. I apologize to Lyra Abova if this was her hands used. I think I mentioned this to Pepe.
Oh, I have actually seen this.
In the very first scene, to me, some of those hands looked like a very meaty male bloke's hands that came out of some of those Marines. And I'm just like, aren't they meant to be her arms and her hands? And I'm sorry, Lyra, if they were your hands that were used, because I thought they were a man's hands and it confused me.
What a man. If it is her hands, it's fucking wild.
I want to take the time to announce that it turns out Sam brought this up because it's Sam's hands. Sam was in season 2.
I'm a hand model. Those were my hands, everyone.
No. What a way to announce it if it was
right.
That's so true.
No, but that aside, she was great.
I'm glad they very much kept the casting to what they said in what Oda said in that SBS of that, Robin is Russian.
Yeah, makes sense.
They've done pretty good to like do as much of that as possible, like keep them close to their like real life locations.
It's spot on. I think they've again, I feel like the casting is absolutely flawless here. There's so many.
Yeah.
This is why like Oda's like, it gets approved by him and stuff. I think I was watching a podcast of like Callum Kerr was on it, and he was saying about the casting process of it. And quite a fun, interesting story about it as well. Apparently he wasn't told he was auditioning for Smoker. He was told he was auditioning for a character called Leo.
Yeah.
And Leo being the character is one of the the small people in Dressrosa. I can't remember what they're called. The Tom Popo, I think they're called.
Yeah.
He thought he was auditioning to be one of those.
Oh, interesting. Because I watched one of Taz Skylar's videos back about season 1 and how Zeph got his role, and obviously you can't let on who you're auditioning for or what the project is. So they were using like code names and stuff, but it's interesting that they would use a code name from a character at any point in the series. You think they would just use something completely made up to be like, oh yeah, you're auditioning for Douglas. I don't know.
It probably just coincided with it, I guess. Yeah, Douglas. I mean, even how many names can you go through as well before, like, you think, wait, hold on, that's your character in One Piece?
I mean, you could just pick like a regular human name, right? Because I doubt at any point are you going to go through One Piece and be like, oh yeah, you remember Alan? Alan from One Piece, brother.
Is there an Alan in One Piece? That's the next question. I don't know.
I have to say, I just quickly went back and flicked through that opening scene again, and again, I want to apologize to Lyra Bova because they were very much a woman's hands. And it's when she grabs the guy's mouth as she walks up to him.
Yes,
it's kind of in shade,
right?
And when you see it really quickly, I was like, that's a bit of a beefy hand, but then equally she can make different size. She can make different size hands, right?
She can, yeah.
But it's very much a slender fingered woman's hand. So I apologize, I got it wrong. They did. I mean, that would have been really weird if they did just make Robin be able to make random blokes' arms and hands come out of people.
It's different.
That's all right. It's from the alternate universe. It's Mel Robin.
Gender swapped. They're actually multiverse hands.
Yeah,
it's Nick Robert.
Yeah,
it's from those SBS drawings that Oda's done where he gender swaps characters. It's from that universe. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You can't go with Nick Robin. Right. Talking a bit more about Baroque Works, I feel like we're missing the one big thing from season 3. The main guy himself, the main enemy, Mr. Zero, Crocodile. How we feeling?
Oh, love.
I'm liking it so far, man.
Mm-hmm.
Looks perfect. Also, not also just Doffy. Very first person I voted for in this year's most popular One Piece characters was Crocodile.
Oh, yeah.
I have always loved Crocodile. I think he's fab. I love what they did with, even just like the scar across his face, which looks proper. All the little hints, because if you're just watching the live action, you don't know what his devil fruit power is, but the hints of him like drying out the flower as he's holding it, even just his voice and his mannerisms and his costume, like it all fits perfectly, and it's brilliant. And I'm very excited to see where Joe goes with this in season 3, because I'm very much liking what I've seen so far.
Yeah,
he's going to be a very intimidating presence to Luffy.
He even sounds like Crocodile. You know what I mean? He sounds like it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. He did the laugh, man. He did the laugh.
I'm so looking forward to the performance. I don't know how I feel about the contact lenses, the yellow kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, I get that, yeah.
I don't know how I think it makes sense because in the original series, he does actually have yellow eyes. He does actually have them. It makes sense, but I don't know if it looks a bit too much. Again, I'm actually not too fussed about it, but it's something I'm like, oh, is that going to be a bit weird down the line? But Mihawk had great contact lenses in, so I'm more so yeah.
That's true, yeah. Mihawk worked really well. On that quick point, though, I do also like the change of Zoro imagining Mihawk this whole time.
Oh, that was a really good one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude's getting a bit crazy. Like...
Yeah, fucking PTSD. He's got full on PTSD about a fucking guy.
Like, it really makes sense, and that's why I like that change.
It did, yeah.
It's where he's really chasing.
It would be on his mind, yeah. Like, he would. That is exactly what he would do. Also, another small point for Crocodile, the Denden Mushi. Fucking love that it had a little hook as well.
The Denden Mushis are all fantastic, and when we saw the one that was really beat up, I was really sad because I was like, poor guy.
Yeah, that was well said, wasn't it?
Poor guy, he doesn't deserve being beaten up.
We never really see Denden Mushis get destroyed in the original series, so seeing them literally be like it's a creature. This is a creature that's like been.
I think that's the funniest part. Yeah.
Biddle.
In the manga and stuff, like, we just never associate them as living creatures, even though they're actual snails.
Yeah, they're just phone devices and live streaming. Like, they can just live stream stuff.
Mushis can live stream, literally.
They are like it's Twitch streaming Denden Mushis, man.
They're fab. But yeah, I mean, with what they've done with everyone we've seen in Baroque Works first, and obviously the way they've teased Crocodile, it does make it seem that, Alabasta is 100% the whole of season 3, because they've set him up to be the big bad of the next season, and we know they're going straight into filming that from here.
Yeah.
But it makes me really excited to see the rest of the big agents they've cast.
Yeah.
Mate, yeah.
Have we had Mr. Doublefinger yet?
Yes.
We've had Mr. One, we've had Miss Doublefinger, and we've had Bon Clay, right?
Yeah.
Those are the only ones we've had confirmed so far. And we've got Ace as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, apparently him and Inaki are like really good friends outside of everything, so that should really bring their brotherly chemistry to it, which will be really nice.
Hey, that's great. Then we just got to bring in that 40-year-old Sabo and we're sorted, boys. Oh my god.
We do. We just need 40-year-olds.
He's gonna be in the background of shot of Alabaster. He's gonna be on one of the top buildings. You have to like really zoom in. It's like, who the fuck's that in the top hat over there? Fucking Sabo up there.
Yeah, he's gonna tip his top hat and just be like, "My brothers."
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, season 3, I cannot wait for it. I want to see Bon Clay. That is the one I'm most hyped to see. I'm ready for Bon Clay. I reckon
Casting's fantastic. They look brilliant.
Oh yeah,
like the right part for them and everything. So I'm very, very excited for him. I mean, Bon Clay is just brilliant in general. You can't not love Bon Clay.
He's a pivotal character, like
he really is. And I'm looking forward as well to everything from like, there's been a few times, yes, he's been fantastic with it, but there's been a few times where, say like with that horrifying sword creature, Zorro was fighting him, and as he said, I feel like it's a little hint. He mentioned that he's struggling to cut it to Usopp when he was fighting it. And that's just leading up to obviously a nice big fight with Mr. One.
Yeah.
And then him learning how to cut steel itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. He couldn't cut some weird
Ready. That's gonna be so good.
Okay, so with the changes that have been made, do we think that's gonna be the first like drop of the word haki?
Oh,
giving it to Zorro before Luffy? I'm not sure. I think if anything, with the changes that have been made, instead of him being like, I can hear this and I can hear the steel, I know how to cut it now, I think it's going to be Mihawk just appears to him and he's just like, not like, yo, this is how you cut steel, but like he's going to be feeling it. He's feeling it, and then Mihawk will be there and he's like, yes, you've got it, or something like that, and then he's just like, wow.
Nah, see, I think just based on characterization, Mihawk's gonna be chatting some mad shit.
yeah.
Like Zoro's finally gonna do it, and Mihawk's like, "Took you long enough."
Yeah,
something like that.
Just something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I would have done it so much sooner.
Yeah, it is that like took your time. Like it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or he's losing to Mr. One. Mihawk appears, he's taunting him, and Zoro's just like, shut up, and he like slashes at Mihawk, but he ends up is actually slashing Mr. One.
That'd be an interesting way to do it.
But yeah, I was just a thought of mine with the whole haki thing, because that's way before haki's ever mentioned in the series before.
So soon, yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder.
But with the changes, it's kind of like,
I'm with Pepe. I think if we do have an end point, and the end point they've discussed, I think it very likely is going to be where the series was always originally meant to end anyway, and that's going to be the end of Alabasta. So this could well be our last season, sadly. I don't know if they would do more of a lore drop of things like Haki, and then
My problem with them doing more lore drops, and this specifically goes into Skypiea, because Skypiea and Ennis Lobby moving forward is so heavy with history, and there's foreshadowing there. There's so much. And to tease that for a series which won't get an ending feels, if anything, quite mean.
yeah. But I mean, they also mentioned like Nika,
Yeah.
and like to people like us who know, like that's quite a big lore drop in itself.
It's nuts. This is the one thing that I like, that they have that kind of stuff, and at those points it feels like throwaway lines with it, and you could probably argue that with Haki. But I think it's how much you balance it with it. And the thing is, what is great about these is that they pace them really well with it. So whatever additional scenes we do get within this, whether they'll draw from more random side characters that Oda's done in SBSs, where they either bring stuff from the future that they can add into there, they'll make it work. They will make it work wholeheartedly, and it will look good and it will sound good. It's just how much you want to go forward with it is the thing with that. And again, I won't be mad at any of it. I genuinely won't.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, if we do finish on Alabaster, I would not be surprised if, I know we've had Jinbei mentioned, and I know obviously Brooke fit in so well because of the whole Laboon backstory, but I would not be surprised if I don't know how it would fit in, but if we somehow just got a live action, even if it's for like a few seconds, a live action version of Frankie and a live action version of Jinbei, just so that we could see what they might look like as live action.
Yeah.
And if they were to do it, I feel like it's going to be like in a final scene as they're sailing away from Alabaster, and they're talking about the big wide world and the adventures that they're going to have going forward, and then it's going to cut to like, just a scene of live action Frankie building a ship, a scene to live action Jinbei doing something, and then a few other big characters, and then it will fade out and it will end, and there's going to be like a little message on screen from Oda saying, if you want to follow Luffy and the remaining of his adventures, watch the anime or continue the manga.
It could be that, yeah. I think it's
Well, they're not going to suddenly be like, oh, and then Luffy found the One Piece. Like, they're not going.
If they did their own head canon and just put fuck it, the One Piece is this in Alabaster, you're like, Jesus Christ. I mean, talking about lore drop of what I said, obviously I do realize now thinking about it that Pluton is mentioned in this arc as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is quite a big thing moving.
They're ancient weapons.
Yeah, but at the same time, in Alabaster, they mentioned Pluton. I never thought about it again until Ennis Lobby Water 7, because that's when it gets brought up again.
That's true.
You forget about it. It just happens. Yeah.
Anime watchers got to learn about poneglyphs, technically.
God, that is another yeah, there's...
Well, that's the sole reason why Crocodile took Miss All Sunday on.
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, everything about that.
Well, it's because apparently in the anime there was a filler episode where there's just a random poneglyph, and like apparently some people on the internet are like, oh yeah, but what about that one on Alabaster? And it's like, that's not a real one though, because it was just a filler episode.
Wait, what?
Apparently in the anime there's just like a random one, like not a road poneglyph, but like a poneglyph.
No, it's not. It's I think it's just a normal one, because that's the thing. Because Crocodile finds it, and then that's why he stabs Robin.
No, apparently there's like an extra. This is an extra one.
Well, there's an extra poneglyph. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the anime, apparently there's just like an extra one that like everyone's like, yeah, but what about that one? It's like,
well, what about it?
Yeah,
yeah, it's like it's not real. They made it up for the anime. Like, it's fucking fake. What do you want?
Maybe it is. That's interesting. Yeah, interesting way of doing it.
No, but yeah, like, I mean, there are other things that lead to bigger things. So
yeah, it's hard to avoid it, innit? That's one thing. Yes.
I suppose you could still just do lore drops regardless, as ways to get people to move from live action to manga, anime, video games, whatever.
As long as it translates well, I'm happy with whatever. Realistically, I'm like,
I'd be kind of sad if it ends after Alabaster, though.
I think it will, because I think after that, I think there's only so much you can kind of go with it. Yeah,
it is a good point to stop, but at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels kind of like...
Well, we're all gonna want more either way. Like,
yeah, that's true.
If they gave us Skypiea and then ended it, we'd be like, oh, but you missed out on Water 7 in Ennie's Lobby.
Yeah.
If they finish at Water 7 in Ennie's Lobby.
Yeah.
By the time we even get to Marineford, we are going to have 40-year-old Luffy and everything, it's just...
Then 40-year-old Sabo won't be weird. That's how we do it.
But 40-year-old
so he's
Sabo
gonna
will be 60.
60-year-old son. He's gonna be looking like Crocus.
Literally.
Yeah, see, Crocus pulled it off. It'll be fine. I think you lads are worried about too much.
On that note, I am aware that we are quite running to time here. I'm going to ask a quick fire question to you both. Out of the whole of season 2, what was your favorite scene?
Oh, 100% season 3, Zoro versus 100 Agents. I know that was kind of split into multiple scenes, but it was phenomenal. It was brilliant. It's the fact that McKenyu himself said, like, no, you give me 100 people to fight. And he fought 100 people.
Mm.
And I love the whole counting thing. The counting thing very much reminded me a little bit of Two Towers with Legolas and Gimli. I'm sure there's some inspiration from that there.
Yeah.
But even so, like, yeah, it was just, and it was brilliantly choreographed.
Mm.
Although my only thing with that scene, which is an episode or two before, we had Usopp on the phone leaving messages, writing letters to Kaya and everything. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he's just like, sure, I'll go up to the upstairs room with this good-looking girl. I'm just like, Usopp, it's been a week.
Did someone say twins?
Yeah. Usopp, it has been a week, man. Like, keep it in your pants.
It is bad. It is. Yeah.
Other than that, which was the only thing out of Jacob's Usopp's character I have to gripe with, because I think Jacob was phenomenal this season. I mean, they all were. Yeah. Outside of that, that was my scene of the season, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. Good choice.
Although Hiruluk's speech is also up there.
It is a great one. Great choices, though.
That is a great one. And yet I'm picking neither of those. I love Luffy singing Binks' Brew to Laboon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a brilliant change. And don't get me wrong, I liked what we had originally. Luffy antagonizing and being like, look, you're my rival now, so don't do this anymore because you've got to wait till you fight me. But I do feel like, knowing what we know now, looking back, this also does feel like a Luffy move to be like, oh, he likes that song. I know that song.
Yeah.
And then to just be like, cool, we're going to solve this by singing a song, a pirate song, because I'm looking for a musician anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, music's still on the brain, but I do also like the addition of just Luffy doing something that isn't getting wrecked.
It was a really good adaptation of that scene. And I don't know if you've noticed as well, he did the Nika dance as one move in the thing, which is a really cool moment.
Again, see, they're doing small little things here that are like, would lead to things way further down the line. But I think for me, that's probably one of my favorite scenes, if not my favorite, because it's just...
It was very, very moving.
Binks' Brew is just stuck in my head now. It's a really nice, wholesome change.
Honestly, I think of all of the Straw Hats' dreams, I think when we inevitably get Brooks' reunion with Laboon in the manga.
That's going to be so good.
It's going to break us all.
Payoff is good.
Gather up all of the crew. It's time to ship out Binks' Brew. The sea wind flows to where who knows the waves will be our guide.
Okay, got the lyrics. I know you did that. It's good. It's good.
All right, Pep, you hit us. What is your scene?
I've gone for neither of the scenes that you guys have chosen. My favorite scene is on Little Garden in Mr. Free's candle wax house, where Sanji beats up an otter and a vulture in a one camera scene while on the hole to Crocodile.
Yeah. I wanted to bring that up when we were talking about Crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe for a second that Crocodile would have stayed on hold that long. A man like Crocodile would not just be like sitting there listening to elevator music. Like, okay, it wasn't elevator music, but you know,
he's just having his cigar. It's fine.
He's just tapping his fingers, waiting for it. But apparently, I didn't realize this. The hold music is actually the second opening for One Piece.
Yeah.
Which is like, I didn't hear it till afterwards. I was like, oh wow, that.
Season 2 has a lot of One Piece openings retooled for like just background music and stuff.
It's good.
There's a lot of like musical Easter egg.
On that note, though, I think we can all say that we thoroughly enjoyed season 2. Cannot wait for season 3. I think there's going to be even more great things coming from it, I'm sure. Any final thoughts, guys? Anything you like to say before we wrap this up?
Is it 2027 or 2028 the next season?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't even think they've confirmed it, you know. I imagine it's going to be...
Surely next year, considering they're filming it back to back. So when they finish filming, they've done the premiere and the press and stuff.
Yeah.
But they are straight back into filming, like, if not now, they're very soon to be.
I think it's already started principal photography, hasn't it? Like, I think they've already started production.
Yeah, I thought they had. They very much have. That's why they've cast so many people already.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's the case, it might... I think late 2027, early 2028, I think it would be...
I'll be here for then.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll get you back on for it for sure. But yeah, brilliant. Thank you again, Sam, for joining us for this. It's been an absolute pleasure having you back.
Thank you for having me, as ever.
Yeah, and obviously, we don't need to do a shout out for Sam's channel. He's freaking massive. He's honestly doing amazing stuff over there. All his food challenges, please do check them out. Amazing friend, and obviously a very talented man over there. And thank you guys for listening to Cultured Boys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button for future Cultured Boys videos. Click the links in our description. We have our podcast platforms down there. And we'll see you all next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.